Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to learn the new topic for IFFM211. Okay, time value of money. Rasanya macam Alia mungkin dah belajar kot dalam financial mathematics, but then this is part of the syllabus in Islamic Financial Management, and then by hook or by crook still kena ajar jugalah. So time value of money, kita start dengan the concepts of future value. Okay, future value is the value of an amount of money in the future date that is compounded by a given rate of interest. So kalau future value ni, we would say that kalau kita sekarang ni kita ada RM1, we want to know what is the value of today's RM1 in the future. Okay, dalam dunia ni, due to inflation ke ataupun rising in prices of goods and services. Okay, bila harga barang yang perkhidmatan tu sentiasa naik, it signifies it indicates orang kata apa, tanda-tanda inflation. So that's why future value, kita nak kira kalau macam current value of money tu, certain amount of money tu, kita nak kira what will be the value in the future. Okay, so normally over the time, the future value of money will be higher due to inflation. Macam saya cakap explain tadi lah. So inflation has the capacity of deteriorating the value of money. So to maintain today's value of money in the future, one can use future value to find the value. So walaupun kita punya duit tu maintain the same, okay, let's say today we are going to have today we have RM20,000. Of course, if we don't use that money, the amount will be the same maybe in the next 5 years, RM20,000. Tapi does it mean the value ataupun the value of that money equals to current value of money? Okay, kalau macam dalam yang biru ni yang saya highlight sikit ni, RM1 today is not same with RM1 tomorrow. Okay, kadang-kadang let's say dulu masa zaman saya kecil lagi, kalau biji gula-gula sebiji, seposen 3 biji, tapi sekarang maybe 2 posen dapat 3 biji. Okay, so nampak tak expensive kat situ. So dulu kalau 10 sen saja dapat 3 biji, tapi kalau kita nak dapat 3 biji 20 sen, kena tambah lagi 10 sen. Nampak tak? For the same amount of goods, we are going to pay a little bit higher in the future. Okay, so remember, maintaining the value is the key, not maintaining the amount. Okay, kita nak orang kata apa, kita nak tengok dia punya nilai dia, bukannya dia punya orang kata apa, amount tu sendiri. Okay, physically memang ditunjuk. Okay, kalau duit RM50 lah kita dapat, tapi the value, okay, ataupun the ability we can purchase goods within that RM50. Okay, it depends lah. Kalau dulu RM50 boleh beli banyak sangat barang, tapi kalau sekarang RM50 boleh beli apa je lah. So itu maksudnya time value of money lah. Bila barang kita normally orang kata apa, inflation tu dia positif. Maksudnya semakin lama masa tu, okay, nilai duit tu lagi orang kata makin tak berharga. Okay, so macam mana kita nak dalam future value ni, kita nak kira orang kata apa, amount setimpal dengan nilai yang kita ada sekarang. Okay, so future value dia punya formula equals to present value kurungan 1 plus I to the power of n. Okay, so present value, kalau FV ni future value, the expected amount of money to equate to the present value, and then PV ni present value, I ni interest rate, and any time in years. So kita nak so far kita untuk sekarang kita akan belajar the payment, orang kata apa, kita akan compound dia punya value tu based on years instead of month. Sebab selalunya in real life pun bila harga satu barang tu nak naik, it doesn't take usually it doesn't take less than 1 month lah. Selalunya it is even longer than 6 months. Mungkin boleh jadi setahun, mungkin jadi 2 tahun. Tapi usually every year the price of goods and services will always increase. So present value ni apa? The current amount of money and work as the basis value to finding the future value amount. Okay, so for example, okay, Vinod is considering saving RM15,000 in his savings accounts. once and he plans not to withdraw the money after 6 years. What will his future value be in year 6 if the interest rate is constant throughout the time at 8%? So soalan nak tanya, Vinod ni dia nak simpan duit RM15,000, tapi dia tak akan guna langsung duit tu, dia tak nak keluar. So maksudnya bila dia simpan duit dia for the whole 6 years, okay, memang RM15,000 tu dia gunakan just untuk dia simpan, dia nak tengok dia punya the value of money, okay, dia punya the amount of money equivalent to today's punya amount. Okay, let's say the interest rate is 8%. Okay, future value ni dia tertakluk kepada interest rate. The higher the interest rate, the higher the amount in the future. Okay, the same thing goes with present value lah. Kalau dia kata apa, the higher the interest rate in the past, okay, orang kata apa, lagi banyak lah amount dia sekarang bila kita perlukan as compared to previously lah. Okay, so kita extract the information. Present value is RM15,000. Sebab apa PV is RM15,000? Sebab dia masukkan duit sekarang. Sekarang we call it as present. Okay, present value is RM15,000. Interest rate is 8% and time is 6 years lah ataupun N. Okay, using equation 1 yang tadi yang FV equals to PV bracket 1 plus I to the power of N. Okay, so kita gunakan dia punya equation ni, kita akan dapat RM23,803.11. Okay, in 6 years Vinod will have the RM23,803.11 in his bank account. This amount of money is of the same value of today's RM15,000. Okay, value RM15,000 Vinod tu sekarang ni, waktu sekarang ni, in 6 years given the percentage of 8% of interest rate, okay, dia punya value will be RM23,803.11. Okay, banyaklah dia punya perbezaan tu kan. So kalau setiap tahun 8% setiap tahun tu for the past 6 years, for 6 years to come, memang harga barang will be tremendously high. Okay, kita boleh jadi sekarang ni, let's say sekilo ayam is maybe RM14. Kalau kita kata 8% dalam masa 6 tahun tu, boleh jadi ayam tu jadi RM50 lah. We can calculate on that lah. Maybe Alia can perform, you can perform on your own calculation. Okay, so that is all about on future value. Now we move on to the present value. Okay, if you want to know the current value of an amount of the money from the future, we can find the value using the same equation 1. Okay, so based on equation 1 yang future value apa semua PV 1 plus I to the power of N tu, maneuver je ataupun kita express the equation in terms of present value dah. So present value kita akan dapat future value over 1 plus I to the power of N. Okay, so basically dekat sini present value ni kita nak cari the amount in which nak cakap macam mana macam kalau orang tu selalunya it applies kalau orang tu dia nak hantar anak dia dekat universiti kan. Okay, let's say dekat universiti anak dia kecil lagi tapi dia dah ada plan siap-siap. If he want to save his money for his daughter ke ataupun his son, berapa dia nak kena simpan sekarang to meet the amount in the future. Kalau memanglah kalau the amount will be the same, kalau dia tak guna RM15,000 next for the kata apa in the future, RM15,000 tu tak ada, tapi the value of paying the tuition fees tu tak sama, kena bayar extra to get the same amount of service. Okay, subjek tak bertambah ke, orang kata apa, facilities dekat asrama tak bertambah ke apa. It's just that the value, orang kata apa, the time value sendiri tu yang menyebabkan harga the tuition fees is expensive. Okay, so that is how the purpose of finding the future present value. So moving on to annuities. Okay, annuities ni apa ni? A stream of equal periodic cash flows over a specified period of time. It could be inflows ataupun outflows. Okay, annuities ni kalau macam future value ni tadi, dia once je dia masukkan. Kalau macam Vinod tadi punya example, dia masuk RM15,000 saja dia masuk, and then the following year, dalam sepanjang tahun pertama sampai ke tahun kelima tu, okay, nak sampai ke tahun 6 tu, dia memang tak akan masuk. Dia tak akan masuk duit dah. Dia memang RM15,000 tu sekali je dia masuk, and then dia tunggu 6 tahun. Tapi kalau annuities ni annual lah kan. Okay, annuities ni every year akan masuk duit. Okay, every year akan masuk duit. Berapa dia punya compounding dia tu. Okay, dia tak akan sama macam sekarang. Okay, so annuities can be defined as a stream of equal periodic cash flows over a specified period of time. Okay, equal periodic cash flows. Maksudnya dekat sini untuk by this far, kita akan belajar annuities, okay, constant cash flows. Let's say kalau this year kita masuk 15,000, next year we are also expected to put 15,000 ringgit. Macam tu lah sampailah tahun yang soalan bagi. It will be the equal periodic cash flows. Okay, it could be inflows of returns earned on investment ataupun outflows of funds invested to earn future returns. Kalau inflows ni, kita terima duit daripada customer kita. Let's say we are orang kata apa, kita ada provide orang kata apa, servis pinjaman duit. Okay, so nanti bila kita pinjam duit, kita punya orang kata apa, kita punya borrower tu akan bayar kat kita lah. Inflows tu maksudnya dia akan bayar pada kita. That is what we call as inflows. So nanti kita akan dapat return dia kat situ. Kalau outflows kita pula annuities ni kita keluarkan duit untuk melabur. Every year there's a fixed amount yang kita kena masukkan. Itu namakan outflows. Okay, so dalam annuities we are going to have two, ordinary annuity and then annuity due. Okay, kalau ordinary annuity, the cash flow of this annuity occurs at the end of each period. Kalau annuity due, occurs at the beginning of each period. Okay, so nanti tengok dekat dalam textbook tu, refer macam mana duit dalam annuities, ordinary annuity dengan annuity due tu berbeza. So kalau macam ordinary annuity, kalau macam kita nak start invest apalah, tak kisah, whatever amount of money kita akan taruh at the end of the year. Okay, ataupun kita keluarkan at the end of the year kalau if we talk about outflows. Okay, like kalau annuity due pula, awal-awal the first day that we are invested in the investment project, we are going to put the money initially. Siap-siap kita terus masuk duit. Okay, alright, the value of annuity due will always be higher than ordinary annuity, but ordinary annuity is always the type that is always used lah. So any ordinary annuity in whatever transactions, whatever means of transactions pun, usually people will carry out ordinary annuity sebab many of us do not realise the good things coming from the annuity due. Okay, kalau ordinary annuity ni, kalau nak senang cakap, guna perkhidmatan tu dulu baru kita bayar. Kalau annuity due, kita bayar dulu baru kita boleh guna. Okay, pay first and then we can use the service. Kalau macam dalam KFC, kita bayar dulu baru kita dapat makan kan. Macam tu lah. Kalau kat kedai makan biasa, kita makan dulu baru kita bayar. That is the difference between ordinary annuity and annuity due. Okay, so kalau ordinary annuity, the formula will be like what? Okay, future value equals to CF darab dengan 1 plus R to the power of N minus 1 over R. Okay, so R ni interest rate lah. R ke I ke tak kisah, that is called as interest rate. Okay, CF ni cash flow. Let's say kalau kita masuk 5,000, sebab sekarang ni kita akan belajar constant ataupun the equal periodic equal cash flow tu. Kalau 5,000 sampai habis tahun yang kita kena kira tu, 5,000 lah dia punya cash flow. Okay, and then any number of years. Kalau dia kata dalam 6 tahun guna VNOT tadi, 6 tahun dah. Okay, so maksudnya kalau kita ambil contoh VNOT tadi 15,000, kalau basic simple future value, VNOT tu masukkan untuk dia cuma masukkan untuk sekali je. Tapi kalau dia nak guna ordinary annuity, dia masuk 15,000 tu setiap tahun dalam bank. Okay, so what is the formula of present value of ordinary annuity? Okay, dia punya present value PV N equals to cash flow over R darab dengan 1 minus 1 over 1 plus R to the power of N. Okay, ini dia punya formula. Okay, later I will tell you orang kata apa, ada exercise tu ataupun assignment. Okay, so annuity due. Okay, annuity due, future value of annuity due. Okay, FVAD lah. Sesenang pun FVAD. Kalau dia punya formula, future value darab dengan 1 plus R. Okay, future value N ni maksudnya FVN ni adalah formula untuk ordinary annuity. So kalau kita kat bawah ni, CF darab dengan 1 plus R to the power of N minus 1 over R, kena darab pula dengan 1 plus R. Sebab apa kita kena darab dengan 1 plus R? Sebab kita kalau macam kita kalau kita ikut kalau macam dalam bank kan, okay, kita bayar dulu dekat bank tu kalau dia dapat duit as soon as possible, lagi dia suka. Ingat tak the concept of cash conversion cycle? Okay, the shorter the CCC is always the better. Okay, senang dia nak rolling balik and then dia invest kat tempat yang baru. So sama lah juga dengan future value punya konsep. It goes along together, that it doesn't violate anything. Okay, kalau annuity due, kalau let's say orang tu pinjam dekat bank tu kan, okay, orang tu bayar dulu dekat bank tu, hutang tu, and then bank tu bila dapat duit awal-awal, dia tahu dia banyak fund, dia akan terus invest siap-siap. Okay, rather than waiting at the end of the year, baik dia invest sekarang. So nanti bila dia dapat pulangan tu lagi cepat daripada guna sistem ordinary annuity. That is the beauty of annuity due. Okay, the smart way of using annuity due. Even though dia nampak macam okay, beginning of the year dengan end of the year, but then the answer the return will be different. Okay, so kalau present value pula, okay, guna pula PV and darab dengan 1 plus R. Okay, cash flow over R. Okay, PV present value of ordinary annuity darab dengan 1 plus R. Okay, itu je dia punya formula, tak susah pun. Okay, so why annuity due will have higher values than ordinary annuity? Saya dah explain tadi yang pasal yang bank kita bayar hutang awal beginning of the period, okay, dengan end of the period. Itu dia punya sebab kenapa annuity due will always have higher values than ordinary annuity. Okay, now moving on to mixed streams. Okay, tadi kita belajar annuity in terms of equal periodic cash flows, tapi sekarang kita nak belajar pula macam mana kalau orang tu dia akan bayar dia punya setiap tahun dia punya cash flow tu lain-lain. Okay, in reality that is the case. Okay, orang it takes a lot of commitment just to pay the same amount of money. Kita tak tahu, kadang-kadang kita ada duit lebih, kita akan masuk lebih. Okay, kalau kita duit kurang, kita akan masuk kurang. Okay, there is no shortcoming ataupun drawback if we are short ataupun if we have larger amount of cash flow to put at a certain period of time. Okay, cumanya dia punya kaedah berbeza lah sebab the cash flow is not the same. Okay, kita kena kira by individual method. Okay, so usually each year the cash flow will never be the same. It takes strong commitment to have constant amount of cash flow to be the same. Different amount of cash flow for each calculated period. Okay, so the future value of mixed stream ni, okay, this one ni dia punya applies the same to ordinary annuity and annuity due. But then the way how you calculate it tu dia ada sikit lah beza. Maksudnya in terms of 4 minus 1 ataupun 4 minus 0. That is the key. Okay, later I will show you how to calculate the mixed stream of both of annuity due and ordinary annuity. So future value is the total cash flow, okay, to the power of 1 plus R and minus T. Okay, yang macam E ni apa? Sigma, the sign for total sum of all cash flow. Okay, itu maksudnya sigma. And then CF ni individual cash flows ni different, every year will have different cash flow. That's why kita tak boleh sekaligus. Kalau kita nak jumlahkan semua pun tak boleh, sebab different year tu dia masuk at very different kita tahun yang lain. Dia compounding ni dia based on the year dengan interest rate. Okay, the longer that we keep our money in the bank ataupun in any investment project, the higher will be our yield. Kalau kita simpan sekejap, lambat. Okay, maksudnya sikit je kita dapat. Okay, so take is current cash flow period. Let's say kalau end date 6, tapi kalau kita kira at the first year, okay, tahun pertama, N tu 6, T tu 1. 6 tolak 1 dapat 5. Itu dia punya kaedah dia. Okay, tapi kalau macam kalau annuity due, kalau kata 6 tahun, beginning with the year 0, okay, period 0, sebab dia bayar air awal-awal, and then 5 tolak kosong dapatlah 5. Itu dia punya kaedah dia, okay. So T itu current cash flow period. Okay, kalau let's say tahun kedua cash flow is 2000, okay, and in total nak kira tu maybe dalam 10 tahun. So N tu 10 minus T dengan CF tu saya rasa saya cakap 2 tadi, okay. Sorry kalau salah. I hope you understand lah. And then kita nak cari present value of mixed stream pula. Okay, present value equals to CF over 1 plus R to the power of T. Okay, sama je macam orang kata apa, tak sama. Kalau future value kena N minus T, tapi kalau present value dalam mixed stream is very easy. Dia macam future value regular biasa tu, tapi cumanya last kali kita kena jumlahkan lah sebab ada sigma punya sign tu. Okay, so and then we move on to loan amortization. Okay, one of special applications in the topic of time value of money. Okay, what is loan amortization? Loan amortization ni kita nak kira kalau macam kita pinjam orang kata apa, beli kereta ke, beli rumah ke, beli benda apalah, tak kisah yang harga dia sangat mahal. Okay, kalau kita beli mesin basuh tu macam boleh, but then the span is not that long as we buy car. Okay, macam ni kalau kita beli mesin basuh tu most probably the maximum will be 2 years kan. Kalau kita beli Dyson punya vacuum pun dia pun the longest will be 3 years. Okay, there is no orang kata apa, there is no relevancy of having buying orang kata apa, having bought washing machine ke, fridge ke, okay, to be untuk langsaikan dalam masa 9 tahun, no. Okay, unless we buy cars ataupun rumah ke, okay, that have longer loan amortization. Amortization maksudnya macam pengurangan jugalah. Okay, so the formula is the same with the present value of ordinary annuity. Okay, ingat tak? Okay, present value of ordinary annuity is present value equals to cash flow over R divided dengan 1 minus 1 over 1 plus R to the power of N. Okay, so however, in loan amortization, you would have been given the present value. Okay, of course, kalau kita nak beli kereta ataupun beli rumah, we would have known the price of that house. But what we don't know is the cash flow. Okay, cash flow needed to orang kata apa, to pay the price of the asset that we bought. Okay, just to make sure that we pay our loan tu within the specified time ataupun the agreed time. Itu kita nak kena cari. So the one that is unknown of the cash flow is the one that is unknown is the cash flow ataupun CF. A very good example on the use of allowances again. Ni cakap lah yang beli car ke, beli rumah ke, you have already known the price, but then you need to know the cash flow. Okay, so therefore the cash flow can be expressed from the equation mentioned. Okay, ini just simple mathematical manipulation je. Okay, just tukar yang 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 ni semua ni, just jadikan dia let this be Y. Okay, itu macam tak payah nak diubah sangat, tukarkan je semua tu jadi Y. So PV equals to CF over R darab dengan Y. Okay, jadi tukar kat sini, PV over Y sama dengan CF over R. So transfer. Okay, dapatlah kat sini CF equal to PV darab dengan R over Y. And then Y tu kita buka balik, kita instead of having that to be Y, kita buka balik dia punya equation. So jadilah yang dalam kotak oranye ni. Okay, that is the cash flow. So to see whether you get the right cash flow, a table of amortization schedule will be needed, which will be explained later. Okay, this one saya akan tunjuk lah. InsyaAllah saya akan tunjuk. Kalau saya tak tunjuk pun most probably saya tak akan keluar dalam exam. But then insyaAllah I will show you sebab ada soalan assignment on that lah. Okay, alright, so that is all on time value of money. Okay, kelas jadi sekejap sebab kita tak ada session yang mana when I'm teaching you will be asking. Kita tak ada session tu. And then macam lagi satu macam ada contoh ni saya tak tunjuk, sebab tu lah dia punya kelas jadi sekejap. Supposedly it should be the whole week. Okay, on time environment ni. Okay, so done and dusted. Okay, insyaAllah saya akan tunjuk lah. InsyaAllah saya akan try bagi jalan kerja sebab ada banyak tiba-tiba sekarang ada banyak sangat kelas, tapi saya akan try tunjuk dia punya kaedah-kaedah untuk loan amortization dengan mixed stream of cash flow tu. Okay, alright. Okay, thank you for listening to this video. Okay, so akan jumpa maybe for the next part lah, the next chapter, which is risk and return. Okay, so thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.